So I've been sat here thinking about the upcoming Champions League games and trying to predict them and trying to understand who I think is going to advance to the semifinals of the Champions League and more importantly, who's the favorites for this year. And I got the Champions League games in front of me right here, right? Oh, that just got real bright, baby. That just got real bright, baby. And as you guys know, we're going into the second leg. Dortmund versus Atletico Madrid. PSG versus Barca. Bayern, Ace Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid. Now, the first thing I want to say, and I want to get this out the way, the scenarios have changed very much. Very much, very much. The scenarios have completely changed from the first leg to now. You're probably like, that's stupid. What are you talking about? So for Bayern going into the Arsenal game, all eggs were in that basket because they knew Bayer Leverkusen was going to win the league. Arsenal goes into that game wanting to do well in the Champions League, but knowing that they were massive, 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 massive candidates to win the Premier League. But after this weekend, Man City is officially back in front in the Premier League. And you guys know, like I know, once you give Guardiola and his boys a little bit of cushion, you're in trouble. And they allowed and they gave Man City life. Not just Arsenal, but Liverpool as well. So now, I think Arsenal needs to look at the Bayern game very differently. I know they wanted to give their supporters a special time in the Champions League, but now it's not a special time in the Champions League no more, Arteta. There is a massive chance that you cannot win the Premier League now. So you might need to eliminate Bayern. So looking at this Bayern-Arsenal game, I thought Bayern was favorites because in my head, I thought, well, that's all Bayern has to play for. But now I'm thinking to myself, is Arteta going like, oh man, we really slipped up in the Premier League. We need this Champions League. I don't know. Now, I don't know if the way you looked at the Champions League becomes different because of the fact that you messed up the league. And the league's not over. There's still a massive chance that they come back in the league. No problem. We get it. We understand it. We understand how football works. Let's be honest. One bad day for City and Arsenal's back in front. But the way it stands right now, as you look at it, Bayern and Arsenal are two teams that potentially are in a little bit of a tough spot when it comes to trying to win their league. All right? So it is hard to knock out a team that is playing with nothing else to really play for. Now, with that being said, Arsenal's playing for the Premier League more than Bayern's playing for their league. Their league is officially over. With that being said, I think Arsenal's confidence is shot. All right, you're coming off of a terrible weekend result, and you need to now put that in the back of your head, knowing that you've lost first place and being ahead of City. So, with that being said, I still got Bayern as the favorites. I still got Bayern doing this. One, because they went to the Emirates, where Arsenal was extremely dangerous, right? Because it was the first game was at the Emirates, I'm pretty sure, and Bayern did what they had to do in the Emirates. They were strong. They were good enough to get out there with a 2-2, and now they can do what they got to do in Germany. All right? So I'm going to go Bayern. That's where I'm going with this. I now want to go back to the Barcelona PSG game. I told you guys whoever wins this game is going to the Champions League final. I truly believe that. Because when I look at the Atletico Madrid-Dortmund game, I think Atletico Madrid is going to go through against Dortmund. Now, if Barcelona goes through here, you are allowing Barcelona to play against an Atletico Madrid that I believe in the last 3-4 games, they've won every game. They haven't lost to Atletico Madrid in a lot of games. Barcelona and Xavi have Atletico Madrid's number, bro. They got that number on speed dial. They know how to cook that ass, okay? I said it. I don't regret it. So when I look at this, I think to myself, the winner of PSG Barca are going to the Champions League final. No disrespect to Dortmund, no disrespect to Atletico Madrid. It just is what it is. Now, with that being said, Dortmund is the home team for this game, correct? They are going to they're going to Germany. Now, I want people to understand that this is one of the hardest places to play in all of Europe. Okay, that stadium be jumping. That stadium be loud. That stadium gets crunk. Do I think this game is over? I wouldn't be surprised with a Dortmund comeback. Now, my heart is telling me it's going to be a Barcelona-Atletico Madrid semifinals. But I'm going to be real with y'all, man. This is football. You can't look at it and you can't instantly go bang, 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 favor. You can't. This is so close, bro. It's flip a coin, bro. It's flip a coin. This is what the quarterfinals of the Champions League is supposed to be. This is what the Champions League is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, I don't know what's going to happen. On any day, one error, one mistake, everything changes. So, with that being said, I say Bayern's the favorite against Arsenal. I think Barcelona would have to do a lot to mess this up. And when I say would have to do a lot to mess this up, what I mean by that, allow Mbappe to have a big day. If they allow Mbappe to have a big day, they're out. But if they can somehow, some way, clamp up Mbappe again, I see Barca through. So right now, if I had to make a prediction, Barcelona. I just don't see PSG going to Barcelona and 2-0ing them. I don't see PSG 3-1ing Barcelona. I don't see a scenario where they beat Barca by 2. The only way I think PSG eliminates Barca is on penalties. So PSG would have to tie them. I could see this game going 3-2 to PSG or 2-1 to PSG, and then it goes to penalties and PSG knocks them out. But I'm going to go with the better answer and just say I don't see this game ending with PSG scoring 2. So I think this game probably ends 2-2. And they Barca ties here and they go through. That's what I see. Atletico versus Dortmund. Atletico goes into that very, very tough stadium. This year's Atletico is a little bit different than normal. They play pretty good attacking football. They know how to score goals. But the one thing we know from Simeone, the one thing we know about Simeone teams, they know how to defend, blood. And they're going to go there and defend their asses off. And they're going to walk out of there with a 1-1 tie, and it's going to see them into the semifinals where Atletico will play Barcelona. Bayern will be playing against. It's tough, man. It's tough because that game was fantastic between Man City and Real Madrid. But now Real Madrid have to go to Man City. Is it a big deal? Of course it is. Going to another stadium is always a big deal. But I believe in my heart, Jude Bellingham back in his country, in front of his English people, he's going to show off. I know he was quiet in the first game, but this, I believe, is going to be Jude Bellingham's day. And I believe Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Vinny are going to get this job done. And I think that Real Madrid is going to knock Man City out on penalties. I mean it. I think this game's going to end up going like 2-2. I think Man City's going to get out to a quick start, maybe go 2-0 up, and Real Madrid will fight back. They go to penalties, and in penalties, Real Madrid knocks out Man City. I think it's going to be Bayern versus Real Madrid in the semifinals. Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona in the semifinals. That is my prediction for the 2024 knockout stage of the Champions League. I probably just said some really stupid stuff there. But I just believe, the storylines. And the storylines tell me momentum is everything in football. Everything. And that's what's scary about Man City. They're going to go up against Madrid flying high. They got first place in the Premier League. It's scary, bro. It's scary. Real Madrid's going to have to play a hell of a game to knock that team out because they're going to be on top of the moon. Arsenal's going to be a little bit less momenty, a little bit less, Bayern's going to be wanting to give something to their fans because they just saw what Bayer Leverkusen did. Storylines, man. It's storylines. And the storyline is Xavi's going to finish the story. Xavi's going to finish the story. I know boy said he leaving, but listen, he going to prove to everyone he's him because I believe Xavi is him. I hope you guys enjoyed. Those are my predictions. I'll see you guys, for the game reactions. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.